God, that intro pipes. It just revs me up every morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of Las Vegas's First Family of Las Vegas's Daily Free Winner Show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, Sports Memo. Guys, here at the First Family Show, we are dedicated to bringing you the best cappers in the world, and we mean it. We have cappers contributing to this show from Greece, Tokyo, Southeast Asia, Mexico, Canada, and the very exotic places of upstate New York. We have a great panel today. Let's bring them on. They're a good-looking bunch. Let's go around the horn. My good buddy, Jeff Michaels, Eric Pauly, and Adam Trigger. Let me go around the horn. Let me start with Jeff. Jeff, I don't know if you realize this, but you went out and you bought all your Cleveland Guardians stuff last few days. If you wait till tomorrow, you get that stuff half price.
Yeah, I may not be the one talking about the Guardians game, but if you're a betting man, you better bet on the fact that I'm going to rep the team and watch the game today. So I'm excited no matter the outcome.
Been
Jeff, waiting since last night.
No, you're right. And real quick, though, I think, and I know Dion's got something she said in one of her analysis, but I think what happened so far this baseball postseason is good for baseball. Really does. A lot of people did expect Houston and New York to be there, Cleveland. It was a tough run through that, but the National League, not very many people thought both National League representatives would be there at this point. So I will tell you, I think it's good for baseball. I think it's an exciting series. Game 5 in the divisional. We're going into the NLCS. I mean, it's just great stuff. Eric Pauly, good morning, buddy. How are you today?
Good morning, Joe, Dion, Jeff, Adam. I'm doing very well today. It is a $2 Tuesday. We have some big baseball coming up, and I'm very excited for the free play I'm giving on the show, as well as what I have going on the premium side tonight.
Great stuff. I'm glad you're here with us. Our good buddy Adam Trigger from our brother site. Guys, he started last week. Adam, how are you today?
Doing great, Joe. Just booked a flight to Clemson, South Carolina. Going to the game on Saturday. So
nice. We are very excited for you.
We went last Saturday, and we were just, rode that high right into booking flights. We have some friends down there, so we're going to go to Clemson, Syracuse, noon Eastern at Death Valley. Should be a good time.
Now, Adam, you went to the game last week. You put out Syracuse. You won. I know you're going to be talking about today. What you don't know is, because I don't know if you tuned into the Thursday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday shows, we took a poll. 51% of our viewers say you have better hair than Ross Benjamin, but 74% says Adam McGinnis has better hair than both you and Ross put together. Just throwing that out there.
I'll give him that. I don't disagree with that. McGinnis is good hair.
I love you guys. Guys, we always have a good time here on the First Family Show. But you know how I start every show. Good morning, honey.
Good morning. Happy
Tuesday.
It
is Happy Tuesday. We've got baseball, we've got basketball, we've got hockey, college and pro football in full swing. Very exciting time of the year.
Stuff going on right now.
Real quick, guys, we're taking today is 10/18. Now I had to throw this out here because every time it's October 18th, I always think of 10/18. You guys ain't gonna remember it. It was a nightclub in New York. It was originally the Roxy. It was the first nightclub I ever went to. We used to go there on Saturdays roller skating when I was 10 or 11. And it is 10/18. So all my New Yorkers and all my club people from the 80s and 90s, it's 10/18. You guys remember 10/18 from the 80s, from the 90s, because it was Roxy before that. And actually, just to throw it out there, my first official nightclub was Studio 54. I was 13. Then I went to Starbucks. You guys got to understand that when you come from Little Italy, rules didn't apply to us. So we could walk in nightclubs at 13 like we owned the place. Throwing that out there. Like Forrest Gump, I'm leaving that out there. One thing I will tell you, we're excited. We have an exciting day in the D'Amico household. We have 4 dogs. You guys hear them and see them all the time. We have Teaser, Dice, Pygow, and Keno. Yes, they're all named after gambling, and unfortunately, Jackpot and Pauley crossed the Rainbow Bridge. But we're bringing 4 dogs to the groomers today. And if you ever thought
what a chore
Joe D'Amico yelled and screamed and was loud and was like crazy, wait till after the show. I don't know how I don't get put in jail. 4 dogs to the groomers at once. Having said all that, guys, we're live, so the floor is open. Comment away. If we can get to your questions during the show for Jeff, Eric, Adam, Dion, or myself, we're going to get to them. Dion's got a couple of discounts, and we got free plays for you in just a moment. Dion, take it away.
Do you know what today is?
Tell me what today is, darling.
Today is Tuesday, and you know what that means. $2 Tuesday over at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. Sports Memo has Eric Pauly, Jesse Shule, and Ronald Kabang, $2 a piece, or you can get all 3 for just the low price of $5. And our good friend who will be on the First Family Show, Rob Vino, is featured $2 Tuesday capper over at WagerTalk. So make sure you head on over to the site and get those $2 plays. Also, we have the 7-day NBA package special going on right now, just $49. There's no code needed for that one. You can use it as many times as you want for as many of your favorite cappers. So make sure you get that before it does disappear. And make sure after the show, you head on over to the site and check out the deals page, as some of your favorite cappers have some amazing deals going on right now.
Before we get into the free plays, I really do got to say, $2 Tuesday is a big deal at Sportsman and Wager Talk. The customer appreciation you receive from this company is unrivaled, and we have the best cappers in the world, both at Sportsman and Wager Talk. And believe us, numbers don't lie. Our numbers are up there, good or bad, they're up there. And I want to tell you, these cappers at both our site, Sportsman, and our brother site, Wager Talk, were handpicked by the powers that be, because they're such good cappers and because they don't mind talking about the losses once in a while. But this customer appreciation is off those. Let me first start with the Wager Talk side. My good buddy Rob Vino, who actually asked last week if he'd come on the show.
He'll be on this.
He will be on the show very shortly. He is amazing. He's one of the most knowledgeable guys in all of sports. And I used to do, we had another show that we did. We did quite a few shows together, Rob and I. And one of the smartest guys, sharpest guys, and he's one of the best cappers in the world. But as we're talking about our three over at Sportsman, our three $2 cappers, I want to start with Jesse Schul. Jesse Schul is red hot. I don't think I've seen anybody get off to a start like Jesse's on the gridiron. Both college and pro football, he's on fire. Our good buddy Roland Kabang is one of the $2 cappers. Roland Kabang, the last 2 years, is the most successful NBA capper at Sportsman. And our buddy who's starring today, our buddy Eric Pauly. Guys, Eric Pauly is one of the sharpest minds in sports betting today, and he's coming off another nice weekend. He's doing great. We love him. Guys, this $2 a piece is great. Don't get me wrong. But get all three for $5.
Get all 3 for $5.
And we will find out during the show what Eric's play is, not what exactly what it is, but when it's going off and what realm it's on, college pro football, NBA, NHL. Because with Eric, you're going to get it all.
And I do believe they're all 5% plays. Am I correct, Eric?
Eric, is yours a 5%?
I have a 5% play today. Yes, I cannot speak for Jesse and Ronald, but I'll double check and see. But I'm a 5%.
Guys, follow Eric, Jesse, and Ronald. Go over and follow our good buddy Rob Vino. Guys, these guys are winners, and they're putting them on because they're red hot. We know you can take advantage of them. So without any further ado, we got some free winners for you. We're going to start with our good buddy Jeff Michaels. Now, Jeff and I do a lot of shows together. We do this show, we do college and pro football, we do baseball, the Full Count Show, and he's on the Family Affair. Now, he can't do the Family Affair show this Friday, so I'm just going to leave it out. He's obviously going to be in mourning after the Guardians get sent home. That's a whole other story. Guys, Jeff is one of the best cappers in the world, and he's really doing some great work over the Sports Memo. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what he's got coming up on the premium side, and he's got a free winner for you. Jeff, take it away.
Yeah, guys, thanks. I am excited. I am looking, I still may be getting some stuff out there for Family Affairs for you guys this weekend. But as far as the premium site goes, I got 3 big plays for you, and they're in 3 different sports. I got an NHL action. I'm actually going to give you my NBA action here as my free play. And I do have an MLB play up for tonight. So that's 3 big ones for you on the premium site, or you can go use one of those all access codes and wrap them all up at once. But for my free play today, guys, I am looking at basketball, and I'm looking at this doubleheader to start the game, and I'm going with the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, we've all seen the Celtics in the news recently, and they've been in the news for all the wrong reasons, headlined by their head coach, but subsequently adding to the flame with injuries. They got Gallinari this offseason before he got hurt in the World Cup playing for Italy. And Robert Williams III is still continuing to recover from his surgery. Last season, Boston was just 5-11 against the spread as a home favorite without Williams. He doesn't always seem like one of the biggest parts, but he was one of the biggest pieces to the defensive puzzle that Boston created last year. And this Philly team has continued to improve. They fell short again last year of what they wanted to do, pursuing that title, but they added depth. They added PJ Tucker. They added Montrezl Harrell, DeAnthony Melton, and Daniel House. And that's a lot of depth that can defend the perimeter. But not only that, they can shoot from beyond the perimeter. Plus, the reports are coming out saying that James Harden is back to closer to his prime self and has gotten really back into shape after an off year. we'll see if all the pieces can click, but they looked like a contender again in this preseason. And I really think Boston's going to have some difficulties on the inside, especially without Williams covering Embiid down there in the paint. The injuries are something that can improve over time for Boston, but I don't see it being something that can improve quick enough to get a win in the game one. So getting 2 points with Philly, I like Philly in the opener tonight.
Great stuff from Jeff Michaels, as JM Sports over at Sports Memo, guys. Great stuff. He says the Phillies plus the points. Season opening games tonight. You got this game. You got the Warriors hosting the Lakers. It's great stuff. Guys, after the show, go follow Jeff. He's the winner here. And, he gave you a good free play here tonight to open up the season. I will tell you this, man. This is a perfect time to go follow Jeff after the show. 7-day NBA package, $49, $7 a day.
$7 a day. You
can't beat that with a bat. I'll tell you that right now. Guys, Jeff is a winner. Follow him to the bank. He's going to be sticking around. We're going to go right into our good buddy, Eric Pauly. Eric Pauly is a featured $2 Tuesday capper at Sports Memo, and for good reason. He is doing some great work over there. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what he's got coming up on the premium side, and he's got a free winner. Eric, take it away.
Yeah, of course. So another nice week, back-to-back winning weeks in football feels great after I started off very hot, had those 3 losing weeks. Now we're back 3 winning weeks this season, 3 losing weeks. We are plus money for the year, so glad to be back in that in the black there. But we're talking baseball today and also talking $2 Tuesday. In the MLB this regular season, I was 15-3 on my 5% MLB plays. I have my first 5% MLB play of the week for the postseason. I'm 3-1 in the postseason so far, and I'm going to give you a free bet on the Guardians Yankees game. But my premium 5% play is on the Dodgers Phillies later, $2. Definitely make sure to check that out. But today for this matchup, this free bet, I'm going with the Cleveland Guardians. I'm riding with my buddy Jeff. I like them to win, maybe not win this game, but at least cover that 1.5. This Guardians team, and I watched them play in person. I was at Yankee Stadium on Friday for that win that they came from behind in the top of the 10th inning and saw the Guardians beat the Yankees. And after just watching both of these teams all season long, I just think the Yankees are actually potentially worse than the Cleveland Guardians are. I know the Yankees 199 regular season wins. I know they're Joe D'Amico's favorite team, but I think that that this Guardians team actually have a mismatch. The rain delay was actually huge last night. They postponed that game to today. Everyone thought that Shane Bieber would be making the start, but the Guardians are keeping Aaron Savali to toe the slab and make the start today. And Savali, he has not been great this season for the Guardians. He's been definitely one of their worst pitchers. And on the road this year, he has a 5.88 ERA, a 4.26 slugging percentage against, and a 3.77 FIP. But the Guardians are certainly not going to be asking him to get that many innings completed. He might only pitch 2-3 innings. Of course, if he can go 7 scoreless, they would love nothing more, but that's highly unlikely. But the reason why I'm so anti-Yankees is for really 2 reasons. One, I was not impressed watching Cortez pitch live. He normally was locking down batters during the regular season when pitching at home, but he allowed way too many base runners, 6 hits and 3 walks, which is unlike him, but I think that that's actually more of like the trend. I think what he did in the regular season was unsustainable. And the New York Yankees, they simply don't just look like a good quality baseball team right now. They don't run out of the box. They make errors. They don't get timely hits unless they're home runs, and their bullpen is an implosion waiting to happen. Just given the pricing of this game, whether it's lay the Yankees at like -170 on the money line or take the Guardians at like -170, getting that 1.5, I actually think you're getting the better team with the 1.5. So I'm riding with Cleveland to cover that run line. Cleveland plus 1.5. I would not be shocked whatsoever if they win outright.
All right, sports fans, our good friend Eric Pauly says Guardians are looking a little stronger right now than the Yankees. He says he doesn't know if they're going to win outright. He says, but definitely a lot of value in taking them plus the 1.5. He's doing great work over at Sports Memo. He told you how good he's doing on his 5% plays in baseball. I got to tell you, after this show, get his play for $2. But honestly, him, Ron Kabang, Jesse Schul, all 3 for $5. It is a huge value. And like I said, customer appreciation here at Sports Memo is unrivaled. Eric's a winner. He's going to stick around a little bit. And if you got a question for Eric, because I know you guys love to pick the brains of Eric, Jeff, and Adam, fire away. We'll try to get to them at the end of the show. Our next superstar over at WagerTalk, he made his debut on the First Family show last week. And he came in with a splash, and he came in saying a few things that weren't made public yet. and he went with his sources about some injuries in the Syracuse matchup against NC State. And he put out a big play early, guys, before everybody else jumped on that bandwagon a little bit later. Adam Trigger is a winner, and we brought him on this show for a couple of reasons. A, because we really love him, but B, most importantly, we know how much you guys love him and how much he produces for you. Guys, he's doing some great work at WagerTalk, and he's going to tell you what he's doing and what he's got coming up on the premium site, and he's going to tell you a little bit about another free winner here coming up on Saturday. Adam, the floor is yours.
Yeah, Devin Leary out for the year for NC State too, which we talked about it on Tuesday. That didn't really NC State didn't confirm that until like right before kickoff, because I got a text. We were tailgating before the game, and NC State released that not only was he out, that he is having season-ending surgeries done for the year. We got ahead of that, and I'll tell you that NC State backup not good as expected. Just was not good. NC State could not move the ball with him in the game. So first, Joe, I just want to go over, this is just in general, but I think this is helpful info, and it'll set up what we're going to talk about in a second. So it's kind of an NFL angle here that I will use when it gets late in the season and teams have not had their bye week yet. I like to fade. I'll try to fade those teams where I can in the NFL. In college football, this never gets talked about, but this is the last week, really, of teams that have played every single Saturday without a week off. And I've limited this to power conference teams. So get your pen and paper out, because this will help you this weekend, I promise. There's 12 power conference teams that have played every single Saturday since the beginning of the season, no long weeks and no bye weeks. 2 of them are playing each other. That's Alabama and Mississippi State. So we'll throw them out. And I'm just going to give you the other 10 because there's probably some good fades in this list. Texas, Maryland, LSU, Kansas, Oregon State, Indiana, Duke, Wisconsin, Washington, Clemson. Those 10 teams have played every single. They will be playing for what I believe is like an 8th consecutive week. No week off, no long week. And the one I'm going to talk about fading here is Clemson, who has been a cover machine the last few weeks. Blew out BC, blew out NC State, kind of. I mean, NC State came back in that game a little bit still, but Clemson still got the money. And last week, Clemson got the money against Florida State. So now Clemson's close to a 2-touchdown favorite against a Syracuse team that, let's be honest, is probably a little overvalued in their own respect. But the schedule keeps panning out sort of in their favor. So Syracuse is a team you'll probably want to fade at some point, but not this week. I actually think that 13.5 is crazy. And if it gets to 14, which it's starting to creep up there on some sites, that's a key number. That's something that you'd probably want to bet right away. Jesse Schul says, Triggs, I'm taking the 14 with Cuse. Love it. I think you're going to start to see some 14s on. He said he bet it on Sunday. I just saw like a couple of the global spots were still at 14 or at 14. But listen, 13.5 or 14, I don't think it's going to matter here. Syracuse defense is really good. They haven't given up 30 points in a game yet this season. Their defense ranks 6th in the nation, giving up 13.2 points per game. Now, they haven't faced an offense like Clemson yet, but it's not like they haven't played anyone, right? Like they've beat Louisville, Purdue, Virginia, and NC State. Again, none of those teams are lighting up the scoreboard with maybe the exception of Purdue. But that's good enough, in my opinion, to say, okay, Syracuse's defense is pretty good. And I have to say that the NC State quarterback was just abysmal on Saturday. He just zero pocket presence, total panic mode the entire game. So I think NC State scoring just 9 points is more to do with how bad their offense was without Leary. But still, a good defensive performance. They weren't running the ball, and it was one of those games where it was really not a stressful game for Syracuse at all. They went up 7-0 early. They never trailed. It was really never in doubt. Clemson comes into this game off of a tough battle with Florida State where they got outgained. And that's just let's be honest, Clemson-Florida State is a far bigger game for Clemson than Clemson-Syracuse is. Clemson finally will get their bye week next week. And I wonder how much they're kind of going in saying, all right, we finally have a week off. They know they're a big favorite at home. They know they've won 37 games in a row at home. So, I wonder if they take this spot for granted a little bit here. But if you look at the series, guys, Syracuse under Dino Babers has played Clemson extremely tough last season. 17-14 at the Carrier Dome. If you throw out the 2 times Clemson was number 1 and blew out Syracuse, you go back to 2018, it was 27-23 on this field in Clemson. And then 2017, Syracuse, the most notable upset they've had in the last few years. They beat Clemson at the Carrier Dome as a 24-point dog. It was a Friday night game. I think Clemson was 2 in the country. It's Syracuse's first 6-0 start since 1987. So obviously a lot of momentum, a lot of buzz around the program. And guys, I understand Clemson's 4 in the country. They're the best team in the ACC, but this does not feel like the Clemson national title teams to me. I think I think they're a notch below the teams that have been really dominant for Clemson in years past. So I just think that this line, I would have made this line more like 10. So 13.5. This might actually become a client play for me. I'm just kind of confirming some injury news, waiting to see what the number does. But I think it's a great bet. And like I said, this may be a 4% play for me when it's all said and done. I like Syracuse here, guys. I think this is 3 to 4 points off on the number. I don't know if they'll win it, but I certainly think they're going to be in the game and they're going to cash against what is just an inflated number for Clemson. So I like Syracuse plus 13.5.
Guys, Adam Trigger, who hit the first family show running last week. He hit the ground running. He says the Cuse again. He'll be at the game. No, he was not the guy that painted himself orange and ran across the field halftime last week naked. Adam's a winner, guys. He's one of the sharpest guys in sports betting today, and we're honored to have him on here. He's going to be sticking around, but make sure after the show you go over to WagerTalk. Go look at what Adam's got to offer. Go look at his numbers because numbers don't lie. You will follow him. You're going to follow him all the way to the bank. Speaking about banks, guys, the first lady of Las Vegas, who, you guys don't know this. I don't know if Jeff or Adam or even Eric knows this, but Dionne came to Las Vegas in July of 90. I bought my house in December of 89. I moved here in July of 90. So we moved here the same month. She's from Cicero, Chicago. I'm from Little Italy, New York. We both moved out at the same time. We both ran the same circles, hung out in the same places, knew the same people. I mean, literally hung out in the same places. We never ran into each other. But I did get to know of Dionne because back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there were very few women in the sportsbooks betting games, let alone winning. All right. I mean, obviously, predominantly male. There was 99.99999% guys in the books. You had very few females, let alone females that were winning big money. Dionne got a reputation as being pretty sharp. We met 9 days later. She moved in. I can't get rid of her now. But I will say
You're
this.
stuck with me now.
I don't do hockey. The last few years, Dionne bet hockey. 3 or 4 years she's hit and almost on her own personal bets, and there's no documentation. I like over 80%. But she doesn't play every day. She picks her spots. She might have a game here, a game there. She might go 3, 4, 5 days without betting a game. She started hockey last night. She had a winner officially. She's been on the Major League Baseball leaderboard all season. She's killing it in college and pro football again. Finished college football season last year for Pro number 2. I want to kill you. She beat me out, which isn't an easy thing to do. And
still gonna do that
you guys, she's going to tell you what she's got going on the premium side, and she's got another free play winner for you. Dionne, the floor is yours.
Thank you. As Joey did mention, I did release my first hockey play last night and got everyone paid. Today, we make it 2 in a row with my first NHL back of the net play. It's posted right now over at Sports Memo for just $15. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right into my free play for today. You guys know, I know many out there are expected that the Dodgers, the Mets, the Braves, and even the Cardinals to be here at this point. But I think having Philadelphia and San Diego in the NLCS is great for baseball. And it also tells you that anything can happen in those short series. And it also, having said that, 2 strong pitchers are set to take the mound in the game 1 here today. Zach Wheeler and Yu Darvish are slated. Wheeler went 12-7 with a 2.82 ERA during the regular season and is also 0-1 this postseason with a very nice ERA of 2.19. Darvish also was very respectable during the regular season, going 16-8 with a 3.10 mark. He has done a little bit better this postseason, going 2-0 with a 3.00 ERA. Excuse me.
Take your time. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm a little dry today. Both
I'll
starters
take that.
have done well against today's opponents. Now, guys, Philly did take 3 of 4 in San Diego at the end of June. But if you recall, San Diego took 2 of 3 in Philly at the end of May. I would think we would all agree that no matter what happens during the regular season, the postseason is a whole different monster here. And I firmly believe that the Phillies lose something on the road. And San Diego is stronger home team than Philly is a road team. And towards the end of the season, the Phillies went just 1-5 the last 6 versus the NL West, while the Padres went 4-1 the last 5 versus the NL East. Furthermore, Philadelphia is 4-9 the last 13 road games versus right-handed starters, and San Diego is 18-3 the last 21 games following an off day. It's going to be a great series, but I definitely have an opinion and a lean on the Padres at home in Game 1 today.
First Lady of Las Vegas is killing it. Free and premium releases. Who, by the way, you need another drink? Says take the Padres here in Game 1. She's a winner. You know, over the last 3+ months, her free plays between this show, the Full Count show, then the 2 football shows, the college pro football shows, over 80%. Killing it. She says the Padres. Go follow her after the show. Plus, she just started NHL last night, our first big winner. For release her first play, and it was a winner. She has another play, back of the net play.
I do.
And did you put up any NBA tonight?
I did not. I took today off, but
Okay.
I already started looking at some of the games for tomorrow. So
You know,
check tomorrow to see. If
I
have
love the
anything
fact
going
that some of the cappers here. I'm going to bring everybody back on here at Sports Memo. They don't play every day, and I love that. You know,
I'd rather give you quality play than
it's not
be actually
about
in love
sales
with
for us.
something.
Don't get me wrong. We're here to make money, but we bet it. We bet what we put out too, guys. We walk away like we talk it here. Let me tell you right now. Set the volumes, put the cotton in your ears because I'm going bananas this morning. I'm telling you right now. Eric already muted me. I love Eric. Guys, first of all, if we recall a season ago in the NBA, I started at 3-0, then went to 6-1, then went to 15-4, and I never looked back the entire NBA campaign. Today, I have 2 big winners to tip off the campaign of my 58-19-2 NBA Vegas Insider move and my legendary NBA Slam Dunk winner. My slam dunks last year, over 75% documented. Don't believe me? Go check out the numbers. Get both to start the season off at 2-0. I have them both posted right now on Sports Memo. Get them individually. I put them both up for, I think, $25. Guys, I'm telling you right now, every year for 17 straight seasons, the last 17 that I'm documented, I either reign supreme in the NBA or I'm in the top 2 or 3. I'm going to do it again this year. So let me go in for today's winner. Then I got something special I want to show my good buddies on the panel. We are going to talk now. Normally, we don't give out the same games, or definitely not opposite sides, but with limited action. Eric had his point of view on the Guardians Yankees Game 1. I have a different point of view. This is not my head, guys. This is my heart. I mean, this is not my heart. Let me try that again. It's not my heart, guys. I'm a little dyslexic, guys. This is not my heart. This is my head. For today's free game winner, let's show the AL Championship Series Game 5. Guardians Yankees taking place where? In the Bronx. That has a major significance to why I like this game. As any American League team will tell you, playing at Yankee Stadium is a very tough thing to do. New York owned the best home record in the AL this season, and it's hard to win in the Bronx, folks. It really is. As of right now, projected starters are Aaron Savali and Nelson Cortez Jr., and I got to tell you, this may change. We're hearing a lot of stuff on the internet about maybe Bieber coming in, or at least them yanking Savali and sticking Bieber. I get it. As of right now, guys, and anything can change in sports in a moment, let alone a few hours. Having said that, guys, let's stick with Savali. 5-6 with a 4.92 in 20 regular season starts, and it's pitching for the first time since October 5th. He had a very, very difficult time pitching against New York in 2022. 0-2 with a 10.00 ERA in 2 regular season starts against the Yankees. Cortez was a very respectable 12-4. 2.44 ERA in the regular season. He owns a 1-0 record with an ERA of 2.50 in 5 regular season appearances, which does include 2 starts against the Guardians. And he did pitch just a few days ago. I believe it was 4 days ago. Don't quote me. I look for him to come in here a little bit fresher, folks, for sure. Over the last 3 outings, each starter has done well. However, it's hard to overlook the fact that the Guardians right-hander had trouble on the road this year. 1-3 with a whopping ERA of 5.88 away from home. If you compare that to the Yankees starter here today, who was 6-1 with a 1.95 ERA in the Bronx this season, it really does put things in perspective. Cleveland has gone 3-7 against New York this season, with the Yankees taking 5 of the 6 meetings at Yankee Stadium in 2022. Throw into the mix, the Guardians are a lowly 1-6 the last 7 road playoff games. I'm going to stay with the Yankees here to close out the series in the Bronx with authority. By the way, guys, just in case you're keeping score for all you stat guys. The Yankees outscored Cleveland 25-12 at home and 53-28 overall this season. I'm taking the Yankees on the run line. Now, guys, I want to bring our panel on. I know you guys can see some of the stuff over here. There's $1.5 million worth of sports memorabilia in this room. And there is some high-end stuff. Most of my high-end stuff is locked away. I do collect World Series and Super Bowl rings, and everybody knows me at the collector companies. Eric will like this, Jeff, and I know Adam. All the collector companies, they get something high-end, they call me. There's also a very famous porn star. That's porn. The AWN. You guys know my good friend Rick from Porn Stars. He'll call me when he gets something high-end sports memorabilia-wise. I'm the first guy he calls. I know Rick a long time. We love him. He comes to our house every year for Thanksgiving because he caters my Thanksgiving dinner. But I collected several Super Bowl rings. I got, I think, a Patriots, a Steelers, and 2 Raiders Super Bowl rings. I've got a couple of World Series rings. I do have a Red Sox. I want to say a Royals. And I got a Yankee ring. But this was made for me. And this is for you, Jeff. This was made for me, buddy. Those are all diamonds, buddy. Those are all diamonds. That was made for me by my jeweler. So I'm going to wear that all day today. And
one diamond for each day. You're going to have to wait for your next ring, right?
let me tell you something. The only reason why the Yankees didn't win any World Series the last few years is we had no more room on our trophy case. We had to build a bigger trophy case. So having said that, it is going to be a lot of fun today. And I think a Game 5 between and Jeff, Eric, I know you're a big stat guy. Adam, you're a big sports fan. Jeff, I know you know this. You know, a lot of people in baseball always talk about the Yankees, Red Sox. There's a huge rivalry between the Yankees and Cleveland, between New York and Cleveland over the years. You know, Cleveland was a great team for many, many years. Going back from the 50s, they had great teams. And this is a big rivalry, and I think it's great for sports. A Game 5 is great. You know, obviously, Houston, right up there. And the National League, I think this series is a good series for baseball. Everybody expected, you know, Mets, Braves, Cardinals, or most people, the Dodgers. So it's good stuff. Having said that, guys, before we run down today's free winners and then get on out of here, let's see if we got anything from our guys. With authority. Yeah, they're going to win with authority, Brian Nichols. Welcome. Jesse Schul agrees. You know, Jesse, he's the guy that likes to wear yellow leotards on our show. He agrees with our good buddy Adam over there. Obviously, Jeff put his 2 cents in because I love Jeff. 11-0 versus lefties. You got to love it. I love it. And Joe, Eric, you don't think I was going to ever leave you out. Joe said he's never going to let Eric forget it if the Yankees win. No, guys, you know what? I am a big sports fan, and I love obviously I am a Yankees fan, but I'm all for what's best for baseball and for sports itself. And to be honest with you, I'm not betting the Yankees today. This is my heart. I do think they're going to win today. I do think they win by a couple of runs with authority. They got to keep going. Look at Adam. Adam's bopping up and down. He's so excited. I love it. So before we get into
that just hit. That's my fault. So.
I love it. You're so hyped up. Before we go into today's three winners and get on out of here with a couple announcements, any closing thoughts and comments, Jeff Michaels?
No, you know, I'm excited. I think Mother Nature owes us one after that 2016 World Series rain delay that we got. So maybe this rain delay turns things around, right?
You got it. You know what? I'm just looking forward to a good game in the Bronx today. By the way, it is in the Bronx. Good buddy Eric Pauly, closing thoughts or comments?
Yeah, so check out the $2 Tuesday of myself, Jesse Schul, Ronald Kabang, 3 of the best cappers. And make sure if you're going to not only look at what Joe, Dionne, Jeff, and Adam have, take a look at their all access. That's how you get paid, is by getting access to all their picks. Don't go one by one. Get them all one better price.
Gotta love Eric. He's so unselfish. I love that about you, Eric. Adam Trigger, closing thoughts or comments?
Closing thoughts. If you're in Clemson, South Carolina on game day, hit me up. I'll be hanging out. I'll buy you a drink. I don't know if we have any, Clemson people in the house, but I'll be there this weekend. And I have nothing up at WagerTalk right now. I'll probably be putting stuff up throughout the day. It's at the point in the football season, guys, where it's like you gotta wait a little. Like, there's too many injuries right now, in my opinion, to really start firing a ton of stuff on a Monday. And so that's what I'm kind of waiting on, some injury news. But I'll be adding throughout the day. I will say this: as soon as they post Korean baseball lines, I will have a play for the morning. And I've been three seasons I've been betting Korean baseball, all 3 way in the plus. I'm 2-0 in the playoffs, which just started in this particular series. So I bet a great beat on this series. And WagerTalk, lets us sell Korean baseball for $9. So
Great stuff.
that'll be a 4% play. It'll only be $9. No different than the 4% plays I have in Major League Baseball that we have to put up for 25. So great value. If you like the Korean baseball, it'll go tomorrow morning. And yeah, as soon as they post numbers, I'll likely have that up on my page for $9.
And Adam, like, he's going to be at the game. He was not the one, once again, that painted himself orange and ran across the field. He might do it this Sports fans, later on today, we got the MLB show, and Dan Alexander is going to come at you with the Sports Memo Today show. He comes to you every Tuesdays and Thursdays. The NBA triple-double, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this season. A lot of basketball action. We also have the College Football Forecast Show Thursdays, the granddaddy of them all, the Pro Football Forecast Show Friday afternoon, and wake up every weekday morning with Joe and Dionne on the First Family Show. Guys, tune into Sports Memo and WagerTalk TV for the best betting insights and tons of free winners. Dion's got a couple of discounts. I got a quick announcement. Then we're going to run down the games and get everybody out of here. I got to run 4 dogs to the groomers. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't forget today is $2 Tuesday over both Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Your Sports Memo cappers are Eric Pauly, Jesse Schul, and Ronald Kabang, $2 a piece, or you can get all 3 for just $5. That is the deal to do because you get 3 top 5 plays for $5. And over at Wager Talk, your featured capper is going to be Rob Vino. He has his $2 play up also. And not only is it $2 Tuesday, but we are running that great deal going on right now since NBA did just start a 7-day package, just $49. That is $7 a day. That is a steal. And don't forget to head on over to the deals page right after the show, as some of your favorite cappers have some amazing deals going on right now. You do not want to miss out on those.
Real quick, I just got confirmation the next 2 days, guys. You know, we got the best cappers in the world at Sports Mo, and we're happy to be adding some of the Wager Talk guys. Tomorrow, our good friend Tony Mahia, I love him.
Oh,
It should be it. And then Thursday, just got a confirmation. Jimmy Adams will be here, guys. So tune into all that. You know, we're very proud to bring you the best cappers on the planet. Let's run them down the plays and let's get on out of here. Our good buddy Jeff Michaels, what'd you have for everybody?
I got Philadelphia 76ers plus the 2 points tonight.
My good friend Eric Pauly.
We're going with the Cleveland Guardians plus 1.5.
Let's go to Adam Trigger.
Yep, Syracuse Orange plus 13.5. Shop around. There's 14s out there still.
Shop around, like Smokey Robinson's mama says. Dionne, what'd you have for everybody?
I am going with the Padres today in game 1 at home.
And Joe D is very unpopular on the show today with our panel, but I'm taking the Yankees on the run line plus the 140. They're in the Bronx. I love it. I'm going to tell you this. If there's a prop on more than 2 home runs, I'm taking it. I'll tell you that. I'm not a prop guy. Guys, Dion's going to take us out of here, and then we are going to get out of here for a Tuesday.
Yeah, so don't forget to follow all of the cappers that are on the show today. You can find Jeff Michaels over at JM Sports CLE.
Oh, I forgot about
You can find Eric Pauly over at Slime Action. You can find Adam Trigger over at Top Flight SI. And you can find myself over at the First Lady of Vegas and Joe over at Joe D'Amico Wins. And don't forget to tune in the rest of this week for some more free winners and a ton of laughs. And on behalf of Jeff, Eric, Adam, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.